Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Trinity University's coverage of this season opener between the University of St. Thomas and Pacific Lutheran. I am Chris Hockman, with me is Scott Lebo. And Scott, got a neutral game here at Paul McGinley Field. Two very different teams, very different styles. We were just remarking on the lineups. How are you feeling about this one?
Yeah, it should be interesting. I think the two teams are really contrasting each other in terms of age. Pacific Lutheran has one underclassman in their starting 11, and St. Thomas has one senior in their starting 11. So really contrasting groups here, but two teams that Trinity are pretty familiar with for different reasons over the years, but both are very interesting teams to see today in their opening game.
Now, we talked in the earlier game that Trinity get off to slow starts. Pacific Lutheran, typically the opposite, get off to strong starts. In their opener last year, they beat a ranked opponent who were ranked higher than them. Pacific Lutheran do come into this one ranked 23rd by United Soccer Coaches. They are the Northwest Conference champions. They made it to the NCAA second round. St. Thomas, familiar to any Trinity fan watching this one. They played in SCAC, didn't make the playoffs last year. They'll be eager this year. Two teams, of course, left SCAC, Trinity being one of them. And so, as we are ready to go, the teams are about to walk out onto the field of play. We'll start by going over Pacific Lutheran, the Lutes. Starting lineup for this one, Abby Winkler's in goal. Then you got Zoe Marquardt, Olivia Olsen, Bella Hanna, Kiana Gutierrez, Jocelyn Cruz, Caitlin McDougall, Kaylin Betts, Lila Mertz, Olivia Bohm, and Paige Almanza is your starting 11 for Pacific Lutheran. For me, player to keep an eye on is in goal. Abby Winkler, senior goalkeeper out of Portland, Oregon. She was all-conference last year. She made 74 saves on 188 shots. She's 5 shots away from facing her 400th shot.
Wow.
She was kept fairly busy and did really well. She was a vital part of their run to the Northwest Conference Championship. As there she is, waving to the fence. Nice to see a lot of people sticking around. Obviously, St. Thomas. Houston, not too far away. They are coming with their starting lineup. Kylie Soich in goal. Alyssa Zubia, Emma Cerda, Sydney Ferguson, Carly Villanueva, Asana Gordon, Brie Medina, Ariana Vasquez, Amy Romero, Abby Nalepa, and Kaylee Cruzco play for me to keep an eye on in that one. Sydney Ferguson, first-year forward out of Sugarland. She was All-State this year in high school and played really well. They had a friendly last week against Houstonians, who are a WPSL side, and she was a vital part of a big win for them, 2-0. But by all accounts, it was a really strong performance from UST. Could have been by more over the WPSL side. So really pleasing result for them. It was a friendly to get things started. They will be playing East Texas Baptist next Friday. They don't have a game on Sunday. Of course, Pacific Lutheran playing this one to prep for playing Trinity on Sunday. That'll be right here, 11:30 in the morning. So that's 9:30 for all of you watching in the Pacific time zone. They are, of course, based out of Parkland, Washington, near Tacoma. So not far to go once they get off the plane, when they get back to Seattle Tacoma Airport. But they did well last season, of course, second round NCAA tournament. Ranked 23rd coming into this. NPI at the end of the year was 29. Massey has them 21st. It's predicting a 2-0 win. I think that's maybe a little conservative, but we'll see. We'll see. Not a knock on St. Thomas. They're just a very young side against a very experienced side, shall we say. So
Yeah, 8 first years in the starting lineup, day
against
one.
a ranked opponent.
Yeah.
So it's going to be and look, hey, makes them harder to scout. Makes them really hard to scout. So
don't know what to expect.
Hard to know what to expect. UST playing in the all red. Emblazoned with Houston, of course, from Houston. It's the only Catholic university in the Archdiocese of Galveston, Houston. Fun facts. So they actually play all their home games at a really cool stadium. Sabercat Stadium in Houston. It's the Major League Rugby team's home ground. So they have a really cool stadium. It's hosted the SCAC Championship a few times. Hosted it last year for both men and women, I believe, if I'm remembering right. So it's probably hosting again this year because it's a really good facility. There aren't many colleges with a facility like that in SCAC. So it's really cool venue for them to play in. And PLU, they're going to be in the black with yellow accents. Looks like they're going to be going from left to right on your screen for this first half.
Playing in the black in this heat as the team coming
There's
from
a team coming from Seattle.
Seattle, yeah, a little tough, but we'll see how they deal with the heat.
Just visited Seattle for the first time in my life in May.
I was there for the first time in my life in July.
Hey, look at that. We just missed each other.
Yeah.
So, a real cool spot. I really enjoyed my time there. So.
Yeah, Pacific Northwest is beautiful.
Yeah, it was a beautiful part of the world. I did the train over to Vancouver. Really nice train ride. Strong recommend. Take the train. It's always fun to just take the train somewhere. I did it from Chicago to San Antonio once.
Wow.
It's a fun trip. Don't recommend that if you're going to be in a seat. We were in a sleeper. Going to have a shot almost from the kickoff. We saw this tactic from Texas A&M San Antonio this afternoon in the early kickoff. That was a Trinity 6-0 win. They would play, Texas A&M San Antonio would play it quick down the right to try and build something up quickly. And a throw in for the Lutes. Yeah, number 23 in the country. They can make the run down the right, cleared away. They do have a history of sport there. Lisa Cole, soccer coach. She's coaching Zambia now, or advising Zambia, I should say. She's an alum from PLU. Former world record holder in swimming, Megan Gendrick, also a PLU grad. Luke Jerstad, one of the first Americans to climb Mount Everest. PLU, that's why he's called Lute. Fun fact, that's not his real name. But he got nicknamed Lute Jerstad. So. Long way out for the goalkeeper. Got to be confident with that delivery, which I guess he got far enough away.
Doesn't surprise me. I think teams towards the higher end more confident in possession, and oftentimes that means a goalkeeper who is confident with the ball at her feet.
That is true. Trust themselves to not get caught out or to deal with it if they do. Of course, there is some sports history in St. Thomas as well. The owner of Legia Warsaw, Darius Meduski, is a grad. Ball cut back. Blocked. St. Thomas gathering possession here, getting it away. Not too bad, not too bad. But perhaps their most famous graduate, also involved with sport, The Undertaker.
Wow.
He's a graduate of UST. Very physical from both players there. It's going to be a free kick for the Lutes in the end there. It could have gone either way, honestly. Both players physical. Don't forget to stick around. We've got the men's game coming up after this. Two ranked teams, Trinity and Claremont Mud Scripps, CMS. Ball goes far post. Headed up. Keeper will be able to claim because it was a header. And does so. Of course, we could just call them Claremont Mud for the men's team because Scripps is doesn't admit men. Right away. Of course, there's a fun reunion there. Coach Ed Carty coming back to Trinity. If you missed our early game, weather report, tight.
Very.
That's your weather report. I don't think it's going to bother Houston much.
No.
This is probably nothing. It's only what did I say earlier? 40% humidity. It's nothing for Houston.
Yeah, thanks. You're making me look very much forward to my away game at Sam Houston next weekend at 3:30 in the afternoon.
That's technically not in Houston.
True.
Against the Bearcats with a K. Sam Houston State. This is me stalling while I try and remember what town it's actually in. It's near Houston. It's where the prison is. That's all I got for you. So, you know, some fun sightseeing to do, I guess. Oh, there is a really big statue of Sam Houston not far from the campus. A giant, huge statue of Sam Houston.
Bit of a frantic start from both sides.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to make what to make of it, you know? It's the first game. First game of the season for everybody. So throw in here. Oh. There's that bounce. I've talked about this bounce a lot on Paul McGinley Field, especially early in the season. The ground's hard. It bounces over your head. Just makes you look foolish when you're trying to grab the ball back from someone in the crowd. It's unkind. It's kind of rude, honestly, of the ground to be that hard on someone gathering a throw-in. Which, as I speak, another throw-in. Look, I think PLU probably starting the better of the two sides. Certainly most of the games have been played in this half. But they haven't had a big chance yet. But we're only 5 minutes in. Give it time. Yeah,
I think so far St. Thomas doing a good job just disrupting the rhythm.
Yeah, I think it's something St. Thomas does well historically. It's hard to know what to make of this St. Thomas team coming in because there's 8 first years in this lineup. And you know what? They're making connections.
Yeah.
You know, I know I say that after a missed pass, but they have been connecting.
No, it doesn't look like 8 first years so far.
Yeah, it doesn't look like 8 players that have never played a game together. I mean, admittedly, they've played some friendlies, but they've never played a competitive game. So, you know, future probably looks bright for St. Thomas. You know, you've got a team here.
Yeah, give them 4 years, and there'll be 8 players who have started 4 years together.
4 years. Which is now the most you can do because the COVID rules are over.
Yep.
No more players.
All done.
Last year was the last year of players that got an extra COVID season. So, if you're a senior this year, you started in 2021. So, no COVID season. Well, keeper's out of position here. She got back well, though. Smart. Good defense there. Mariana Vasquez.
Senior this year, 2022. Fall of 2022.
Oh, I guess it was 2022. You're right.
Trust me, I know.
2020, yeah, that's true, because you're a senior. But players that came in 2020 could have had their extra season last year. Yep. That's right. Listen, you're with the mid-year starts of years still weirds me out. I think after 15 years I'd be used to the academic year starting in August, but I'm not. Starts in January in Australia.
Yeah, but January is also summer now.
It is also summer.
So everybody has summer off.
I mean, we don't get as long a summer as you get, though. Yeah. I think we only got like 8 weeks, I think, tops.
Good turn there.
Cut back. Good ball for Olivia Olsen. 3 players just swarm her, though.
Oh.
But it's left a free header! It's just always kind of going over her head. She got enough. She did well to get anything on it, but could only really glance at it.
There's great play there on the far side from Zoe Marquardt, doing really well there just to beat her man to the byline, get a good cross in. Just a little bit too high.
Yeah, it looked like it was Olivia Bohm on it. Don't think she's related to MLS media man, Charlie, but maybe. Well played back.
First good chance of the game, though.
Yeah, it was definitely a chance. Headed down well. Gathered by Romero. Amy Romero plays it back for Zubia. Good block there from Olivia Olsen. She's been active early. She's now cutting into the middle. She's really marshalling the team.
The only sophomore in the starting lineup for them as well, only underclassmen. Everybody else juniors and seniors in that starting lineup.
Play back, keeper gathers. So, chance for St. Thomas to clear the lines a bit. Pumped forward to halfway. Cleared away by Bella Hanna. For a throw. And the lights are on. We might need him in the second half.
Definitely don't need them right now.
Don't need him yet. The shadows are starting to get a bit long. You can see the penalty area on the left side when we come back to it. The shadow's now taken up the whole side almost the whole half.
Yeah. Abby Winkler will enjoy that, I'm sure.
Yeah. I think it's a benefit of, I believe, the Lutes won the toss, and so they've put the goalkeeper in the sun, and they might not have to deal with it in the second half. Decent effort. That's going to go out for a goal kick. No, she's going to keep it in. Did she?
It's good defending there, being physical. You know, it's hard to make a header from that type of angle. You're trying to flick it. Power wasn't necessarily there on the original pass, so you're going to have to generate some. Any sort of physical contact there is going to make it really difficult to do any of those things. So good defending there, just putting her off.
Sydney Ferguson with some control. Good run here from Ferguson. Swung in, but there's no one there. Oh, runner's coming though. That put the pressure on, which allowed a header to be won by Abby Naglepa. Shot comes from distance. We've already seen a couple of goals from distance today. Goes out for a goal kick. That ball went out onto Mulberry, I believe. So it's going to take some retrieving.
I think it's the second one today to go out onto Mulberry.
Yeah. Yeah, Paul McGinley could have had a whole collection of balls back when he lived over in that house over there. He could just text his wife, tell her to come out, grab it and throw it back over. But he's moved now, so. Ball goes long.
Good flick header.
Good run here from Bone. Loses out though. Vasquez. Really good link-up play here from Gutierrez and Bone. Through ball. Just generating like some chaos here almost. Really trying to get the keeper came. Had to do something, you know? I don't hate it. I really don't hate it. Goes out for a corner. Yeah, okay, you've conceded a corner. But I talk about it all the time. Difficult place to take a corner from.
Yep. Now, I think it's been a solid start from St. Thomas.
Yeah, like, I mean, they haven't really looked overly troubled. Yeah, there was that cross, but it was a bit high.
No, it would have been tough to score from that position.
Yeah. Really interesting setup here. It's almost like a field hockey corner. Just everybody right on the goal line.
They're going to drop it right in there as well. Try and make some chaos.
There's that chip. Takes a deflection. I'm betting they're going to win a lot of penalties from that sort of corner this year. Crossed in again. Just bounces in front and goes out.
I'm a bit surprised by that original corner. It went deeper towards the top of the box than I was expecting.
Yeah, I think the wind picked up. Like the flag right in front of us is blowing into that direction. So it might have picked up right as she kicked it, and that kind of held it up maybe. It's the only thing I can think of. I'm sure it's not where she meant to put it. Look, well, high press here from PLU too. They're putting the pressure on early. Really strong stuff there from Amy Romero.
Wow. St. Thomas are dealing with it so well, though. It's the composure. I mean, they struggle to get into the offensive third. They struggle to get into PLU's half, but maintaining possession in their own half, they've done really, really well. Just like calm and composed on the ball, the type of stuff you don't expect to see from a lineup of 8 first years.
Yeah, I mean, and the strength they've shown as well. Like,
Yeah.
there's a big difference between a first-year player and a senior in college soccer, especially in this early weeks of the season.
Yeah.
Because you haven't even been allowed to be on campus because of the rules around when you're allowed to be on campus, when you're allowed to train. So you haven't been able to get in the weight room. You haven't been able to train as much yet. And so, your experience coming in, especially because St. Thomas is largely made up of players from the Houston area. It's all been high school until now. They just got out of playing high school soccer. And now they're thrown in. They're playing a nationally ranked side.
Potentially that could be a benefit, though. Just
there's no gap.
There's less of a gap. When there's a long gap in between seasons, there's always potential that you get a little rusty, and there's some cobwebs you got to clean up in the first few games of the season. And potentially St. Thomas doesn't have that.
That's true. Because you can tell that Pacific Lutheran's clearly the more experienced side. They're clearly more comfortable playing together.
Yeah.
But you would not know that St. Thomas is playing 8 first-year players. These are 8 players playing their first collegiate game on this park right now for St. Thomas. So it'll be a throw here for St. Thomas. 15 minutes in, still scoreless between these two sides. Throw for the Houston side.
And a call out there from Pacific Lutheran, number 17, Kiana Gutierrez, just telling her teammates, play calm and play simple. And I think that's honestly it. It's nothing complicated, it's nothing extreme, but it's exactly right for PLU so far. I think they're rushing things. I think they're maybe first game of the season nerves. It's always an issue, but on paper, they're the better team. They're the more experienced team. They've had more of possession, more of the ball in the half, and I think they just need to calm it down a little bit and be confident. It took Trinity 29 minutes to score their first.
That'll be a goal kick. A bit of appeals there for a foul. She certainly fell awkwardly. Hard for me to tell from it. It's on the opposite side of the pitch from us, so I'm not going to read much into that. But she certainly fell awkwardly. That wouldn't be how I'd expect someone to necessarily trip over their own feet, but certainly that was the decision of the referee there. Kiana Gutierrez, one of the seniors here, although she has only played 23 games and only 6 of them starts. But something in common with you, she's a Chelsea fan.
Oh, so she's correct.
So you can't fault people for bad taste. Everybody's got. So she wants to be a sports broadcaster. Maybe we'll get her on the mic
there you
before Sunday's game. So sent long by St. Thomas. Hoofed back, but back with St. Thomas again. That's Answer Gordon. Call from the bench was to release the ball. Almost found Avi Nalepa.
Good press.
Really great press. They've got numbers now. Big chance here for St. Thomas if they can find the pass.
They've got to go quick here.
Good ball. They've got to keep this ball moving. Has a shot. I think there were some options. Avi Nalepa was there for a through ball. I think I would have liked to have seen that.
I think they just, the initial moment, and they made the pass within maybe 5-10 seconds, right? But difference between that and getting it out immediately in 1-2 touches is huge in this sport. I know it can seem like it doesn't really mean much at all, but that could have been the difference between scoring the first goal of the game and not.
And that'll be Nalepa's last touch at the half. Subbed off, presumably not for the miss, because the player was already here ready to come on. It's Fernanda Alvarado that comes on. Sophomore forward out of Spring, Texas. She provided an assist against Houstonians on the weekend in their friendly against the WPSL side. She has scored 3 goals in her career, so certainly a goal scorer. Abby Nalepa, first year, scored 24 goals through her college for her high school career, 13 assists. So She's also capable of scoring a goal. Can't blame her for hitting it with that record. Keeper comes, does well. You've got to get there if you do that. Appeals for something. I think she was within her rights to go for the ball. Didn't get it. Like, obviously, if she makes contact, obviously it's a foul. And I think she's well within her rights to go for that ball. Nothing there. And even if she did clip her, keeper got the ball anyway. As a referee, I'm just going to tell you to get on with it, to be honest with you. But I don't think she got anywhere near her. I don't think she touched her at all. But I get it. I was a goalkeeper. I don't want you even breathing on me. So if you look at me wrong, it's a foul, to be honest with you, as a goalkeeper.
I think goalkeepers can get a little bit away with it more in terms of complaining for fouls and asking for a little bit extra just because of that position they play.
Yeah, look, goalkeepers are protected, and it's correct. We should be protected. So, you know. Because, look, when something happens with a goalkeeper, it's always bad.
Yep.
Let's be. The worst injuries I've seen in my life have been goalkeepers. So
it's a scary position to play.
Yeah, you've either got to be brave or unlucky. So I'll let you decide which one I was.
I think you've already told everybody which one you were.
Yeah, I was unlucky. I showed up and no one wanted to go in goal. Throw in for PLU.
I played goalie for a little bit when I was much younger on a travel team in like 3rd grade, and that's exactly why I ended up in goal. At tryouts, there was only one goalie, and they needed a second person to rotate in, and I said, "Sure, I'll do it." And then I immediately regretted it.
It was the greatest mistake of your life.
Yep.
Yeah. Yep. That's often how goalkeepers end up goalkeepers, I'll be honest. Or they're really tall, which is not the case for
me. That was not the case for me at that age either.
Well, the basketball players looking for something to do in the off-season, you know. I guess I'll play soccer, why not? So, throw in here for St. Thomas. About 20 minutes gone in the match, still scoreless. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you're watching from. Pleased to have you.
Good place to win the ball back if you're PLU.
Beautiful through ball, but just not enough on it. There's an offside anyway, so it won't matter. I think really good recovery there as well from Asana Gordon. She didn't get sucked in. You know, they were really trying to suck her in with the ball and make her chase it. And instead, she stayed calm, waited for the through ball, and got it away. Asana Gordon, of course, one of the other first years out of Baytown, Texas.
It's been a bit harder to get a sense of the shape that St. Thomas are playing in just because they've been back defensively, but I think PLU going with a classic, one of the most popular of this time period, 4-2-3-1. Classic back four, 2 6s sitting in front of your center backs to protect them. Then you got a center attacking mid, 2 wingers who can get forward with the central striker who's a little bit isolated, the sole attacker.
Challenge in that formation.
I think that's just the way the game is played now, though. You're never going to leave more than just 1 or 2 players forward, and that means you're always going to be only leaving strikers forward. Wingers have to do defensive duties these days.
Speaking of wingers, ball comes out for Cruz for Pacific Lutheran.
Good defending. Corner.
Yeah, got stuck in there. It's going to be a corner for PLU. Yeah, I mean, whereas St. Thomas seemed to be in a completely opposite vein of modern football formation, they seem to be doing like a total football thing like the Dutch in the 70s.
Yeah, it's been a bit of a mix. I think certain players have been in the same areas.
Yeah, sort of zones.
But, you know, the player who's been sitting up at that number 9 role, the center striker, has rotated a number of times, which I like in this heat. If you want to press, if you want to defend, number 9 is going to have to run quite a bit. So rotating that, sharing responsibilities.
Fell favorably if they can turn or lay it back off for someone. Well blocked by St. Thomas. Just can't get it clear. PLU still with the ball here. Wide right, beautiful defending again. I think that's the same defender there, Kaylee Kruzko.
Yeah, just a willingness to work from them right now. Just to step to PLU every time they have an open opportunity. And again, something you'd love to see from freshmen, an eagerness to get stuck in.
Yep. Kaylee Crisco, her twin sister is also on the team, Nicole. Cleared away. Nicole not starting though. So maybe we'll see the twins on the field. As a proud twin, I always love seeing twins succeed, so you know.
Identical?
No, I have a twin sister, so.
I think I knew that.
Not identical. It's my pet peeve whenever someone knows I have a twin sister. Or I go, oh yeah, I have a twin sister. And they go, oh, you identical? No. Ball comes in, far post, but again.
Good header.
Really good work there from Asana Gordon. She's been really good.
One thing I've noticed just now, and I think this could be something that we see PLU make adjustments on going forward. You know, they've liked to get the ball wide and try and cross it, but I think every time the balls come into the box, they just haven't had the numbers yet, and it's been relatively easy for St. Thomas to defend. I think either they need to force numbers into the box harder and make it harder for St. Thomas to keep track of the marks, or instead of getting to the byline and sending a cross in early, delaying, letting your players get forward, and maybe even trying to build more indirectly. You don't have to score off of a cross.
Cully Villanueva goes down there.
Seems to be a head injury as well.
I think we're going to just take the water break now again,
makes sense.
like we did in the other game. Yeah, we don't mess around with head injuries in NCAA. So
I think we've made it to the point, though, that it's taking longer for a goal in this game than it did in the Trinity game earlier.
It was 39th minute. So still got a little while to go.
I thought it was 29th
39. I think I threw out my notes.
I did as well.
Otherwise,
that game was over.
If I have too many pieces of paper on the desk, I get confused. I get confused enough. Like, I already look at the wrong roster, so I don't need more pieces of paper in my way. But yeah, look, I think UST should be pretty pleased with the start. St. Thomas off to a really good start. I think it's a pleasing place to be, you know. Look, it's scoreless, 25 minutes in.
Yeah, and I think they're frustrating PLU. I think that's the biggest thing. I really feel like PLU was confident or more confident in the beginning of the game, and I feel like they've lost their rhythm a little bit as the game has gone on.
I was going to say, going back to your earlier point about, you know, there's often not people in the box, there's often not takers in the box. Is that a side effect of this formation they're playing, where you've got that one isolated striker? If the striker has to come out wide to gather possession, is there then a problem where there's no one there because they were the person that was supposed to be there?
Yeah, I think potentially. I think the idea in it is that you have, you know, those three players in behind the striker are essentially attacking players as well. I think you would hope if the 9 is getting pulled wide and being the one to cross, that the 10 at least is crashing into that space behind. And I think you also would hope that the backside winger is crashing in on that far side. But I think right now it honestly might be the heat and just like struggling to just put that little bit of extra running or little bit of extra speed into your step to get into the box. And that's why I think PLU just, again, simplify the game, slow it down, you know, believe in yourselves as the better team, the ranked team coming into this game, and try and beat them. You know, I think from what I've seen so far, they've done very well in possession. I think they've just forced it a little bit too much when they get into the final third. Just simplify and keep passing as they have throughout the pitch. I think they'll have more success.
Yeah, I think it's a good assessment of where things are at. I think St. Thomas should be really pleased. I think defensively they've been doing well. I think especially look at Asana Gordon, who's been really strong defensively. She's not been pulled into positions. You know, I think PLU are trying to pull her out of her position, and she's staying there. She's expecting the ball to come, and then sure enough, the ball comes. She deals with it.
Yeah, I think Vasquez has been really good as well. Just sort of doing that cleanup duty at the back. Made a lot of strong tackles, a lot of clearances.
And look, if we want a direct comparison, the Massey rankings has Pacific Lutheran 21. It has St. Thomas 242.
Wow.
So there's a gap there that I think, you know, partially is going to be due to just the gap in experience is huge between these two teams. It's a really young team, and it's not just a young starting 11. Like, it is a young roster. And so, yeah, it's just going to be different. And so I think it's a really great start for St. Thomas, and I think we're seeing PLU react.
Yeah.
Because we've got a line change coming up by the looks of it.
4 subs.
For the Lutes. Let me see how many I can run through. Kalanoe Bukowski comes on. Tia Schwetz comes on. Peyton Martinson coming on. And Carmen Kiewit comes on. There was also a sub for St. Thomas.
Two subs
for St. Thomas. I see Kaylee Krusco come off. And I see Carly Villanueva come off.
Kiana Gutierrez.
Andrea Chavez is one of the players that's come on for St. Thomas.
Kiana Gutierrez coming off for PLU.
So a bit of a line change here for PLU. I wonder if that's going to shift the shape as well.
We'll see.
We'll find out. Ball goes into the middle. Oh, there's a good opportunity there for St. Thomas. Amy Romero.
Look at the work ethic again. Romero doing well to keep that in play.
Well, cut back for Chavez. Fresh legs. Throw in for St. Thomas. This is a great way to come out of the drinks break from St. Thomas. They force a throw.
The one question I would have right now of St. Thomas is, can they sustain it? I think a lot of what they've been doing has been really good, but it's taken a lot of hard work. And in this heat, I'm just not sure how long it's maintainable.
And we saw that in the early games.
Yeah.
You know, Texas A&M San Antonio, really strong defensively. Spoke with their coach after the game, and he said, yeah, we just got tired.
Yeah.
You know?
And I think moments like this are going to be extremely important for St. Thomas there. And I think as much as the shot might have been on there, that's a time not to shoot. If you are St. Thomas, you have to keep the ball and keep moving it. You've been defending for so long that takes so much out of you. Give your chance to get a breather. I know it was just the water break, but still, those moments are going to matter come the end of this game.
100%. I think St. Thomas just need to. We talked about this in the early game too. You know, if you control the tempo of the game, it really helps you out because you're not chasing.
Yep.
You know, you talked a lot about it. Defense. It's much more work to defend. It's much more running to defend. And so when you have chances to hold possession and thus control the tempo of the game, so many plays forward. They've got to play a wide open right. They finally see it.
As the wind picks up a little bit.
As the wind picks up and blows all our notes across the room.
It's a bit of a lack of composure there, I think, from PLU. Just, you know, that ball was on. It was there. The opportunity was there.
Yeah, again, just a case of an opportunity gone awry. Big thank you to PLU's coaching staff getting our notes back. As they blow off our little stanchion up here. It's a good little sustained bit of possession here for St. Thomas. It's a beautiful ball. Looking for Romero. Amy Romero holds it up this time, plays it into the middle. Cross comes. Ooh. And that's just kind of the experience to shoulder off the ball. Shoulder to shoulder's okay. Yeah. And that's what she does. And now maybe a chance on the counter here for PLU. Really
gotta go with speed here.
Is Kiewit. Kiewit runs. Keeper's off the line. I'd almost consider having a go.
I'm wondering if she's left-footed. But the way she's dribbling, I don't think she is.
And the way she was shaped for that cross, maybe think she was right-footed. Going to be a throw here for PLU. Kiewit did well to get out of the way of that ball.
Yeah.
Jaden Salo coming on for PLU. Junior defender out of Brentwood, California. Throw in here for the Lutes. 16 minutes to play here in the first half, still scoreless between St. Thomas and Pacific Lutheran. We'll have Pacific Lutheran back here on Sunday against Trinity. This should be a really good one, two ranked teams. It's all going to hinge on who can get that possession. That's frustrating because that was actually pretty good work there from Sydney Ferguson to get on the ball, but she couldn't get the control that she needed. She did well to sell out the defender. That's going to run out. Nope, stays in. No, it had already gone out. So throw in for the Lutes right on halfway. Run down. Bounces flicked on for the winger. Perfectly weighted flick. Offside. Again, Asana Gordon just positions herself so well.
Again, a first year is it's really impressive. That's a level of understanding of the game that you would expect to see from a veteran. at this level. And
she just doesn't get sucked into anything. She played at Strelling in Baytown, Texas. Played 23 games this year. Just waited that pass a little, positioned it wrong. Really good run there from Zubia. I think it could be an argument that she got caught on the way through too.
She's in pain now.
I certainly heard a sort of clip, that noise when two boots hit each other. Yeah, Zubia's come out second best there. To be fair, the Lutz player is signaling that the play is injured. Signal to the referee that they didn't stop the game. Yeah, she's in pain.
We'll see if it stops now.
Goes out.
Yeah, she's got to go down.
I think she's got to go down. Yeah, you could see it in her eyes. She was running right to us. You could see her eyes were watering from the pain there. They got to take her off.
Yeah, and that's a tough one as well, where it seems to be that she's hurt. It's just like the middle of her shin on the outside. That's one of those spots where I feel like it's very easy to get hit there, and it's not necessarily protected that well. You know, there's potential. I think you've seen it happen at the highest levels where, like, you can get hit there and some terrible things can happen to your leg.
Yeah.
So hopefully she's okay.
Luckily, it doesn't look like the terrible things have happened. But, you know, Lisa Zubia, first-year defender out of El Paso. All districts there in El Paso. That's a competitive district in El Paso. Played 84 games in her high school career, which I think shows you why she was all district, because that was a team that was making the playoffs regularly. Over there, she played for El Paso High School. The titular El Paso High School. I believe she also played in the Locomotive Academy. I might be confusing it with one of the other El Paso players. But I believe she played for the Locomotive Academy. Sub comes on, Kylie Archer, I should say.
Locomotive Academy has produced some pretty good talent. Diego Luna. Playing for the U.S. national team now.
Yeah, it may be a little generous to say that Locomotive Academy produced Diego Luna, because he was already playing before the Loco Academy got started. But he did play there. He made his first professional starts for El Paso Locomotive. So he came through El Paso Locomotive. If I was in El Paso, I'd claim the hell out of it.
Oh,
I'd
yeah.
be like, absolutely, El Paso Locomotive.
It's a cool mascot as well. USL has some good ones.
Great mascots.
My hometown team, the Switchbacks, like that one.
Defending champion, Colorado Springs.
Yeah, not very good this year though.
That's okay. I think all of us in San Antonio can relate.
Yeah.
It's a tough place to play that. Wiedner Field.
Yeah, I think the Switchbacks would say the same thing about Toyota.
That's true. Toyota Field can be a tough place to play. Crowd's right on top of you at Toyota Field.
Yeah. I think SAFC is just a really frustrating team to play against as well. I hate watching the Switchbacks play them.
Oh, decision there for the assistant to make. Those are difficult. Throw in for St. Thomas. So Kylie Archer came on for the Lutz a minute ago. She also competes in track and field in the other season.
Dual sport.
Because track and field has 2 seasons, of course.
Good strength there. Good battle from both players.
Yeah, that was great football. And I'm just one of those
Oh,
sickos
St. Thomas throw.
that loves a good. He's going to give her a yellow for that. No, he's going to give her a warning. That's generous. It's early season. He's giving her a warning. I've seen a lot of referees that would not give a warning for that. They'd be like, absolutely not. She knew what she was doing.
Yeah.
She knew what she was doing. And this is college soccer. You can completely stop the clock, so it's just pointless.
It doesn't make any sense. Yeah.
Time wasting in college soccer is foolish. Personally. And maybe she was grumpy about the throw-in decision, but still, she can't.
Yeah, it's just risky.
Hold the
It's
ball like
an
that.
unnecessary risk.
So player coming on, Marie Piho from Kapolei, Hawaii, first-year midfielder. For the Lutz, she won the Oahu Championship. And they came third in state Campbell High School. She's a good penalty taker, though, so if we get a penalty and she's on the field, should be one to keep an eye on. Play through, but St. Thomas are going to deal with this. Over the top. St. Thomas, I'd like to see some patience here. That's great. This is good from St. Thomas. Goes long.
It's a good ball.
Yeah, really good run there.
She's got the pace as well.
Ferguson just
Great
pushed off the
defending.
ball.
Good strength there from Jaden Sosolo.
And I'll tell you what, Sydney Ferguson's been really active too for St. Thomas, the number 7 there. Made that run down the left wing. She's left-footed, so it makes sense that she's playing there on the left again.
Good recovery.
Really good work from Asana Gordon.
Yeah, she made trouble for herself there, but she made up for it. That's all you can ask.
Now look, a stat that we don't track in college soccer is recoveries. I think Asana Gordon's made quite a few recoveries today. So, you know, good start to your collegiate career.
Good start to their collegiate career for a lot of them.
Almost the entire squad. Also, like, St. Thomas's keeper is not afraid to get off a line when they're not in possession.
Neither keeper is afraid to get off their line.
Oh, she's almost on the center circle at times. This is where, look, I say that PLU's keeper is literally coming up to the center circle right now. Sweeper keeper is a thing. Changes coming shortly for St. Thomas. I see Nicole Krusco, so the other Krusco coming on. Ashley Stolce coming on. Maggie Baltazar coming on. Also Alicia Chi. All getting ready to come on.
Big 4-person rotation here to finish out the half.
And Mr. and Mrs. Krusco didn't have to wait long to have one of their daughters on the pitch. It's a benefit of having twins. There are, as my parents will say, there's not many. My parents definitely have stories of me and my sister teaming up to terrorize them. So, you know.
Are you telepathic?
No.
Can you communicate?
No. I had a car accident. My sister felt nothing. So, you know. I haven't had a congenitive hip thing, a hip issue. It's just like, yeah, just this is how you were born. Not my sister. She's fine.
You got the short end of the stick.
She's got her own stuff going on. I don't want to say that. I don't want to lessen my sister's suffering in her life.
Fair enough.
Ball goes wide left.
Again?
Yeah, Sana Gordon knows where the ball's going. She's got a really good football IQ.
Yeah.
She just
That's what you want from a defender like that as well.
That was a good turn.
She's playing outside back as well. I think she's playing in that right back role, and for the amount of tackles that she's had in the game and where those tackles have occurred, you'd think she's playing center back, but she's just covering for her teammates so well.
Yeah, really impressed with her work here in this first half. That's gone out. Just played a little short, that pass. A little, maybe, lack of communication. Played down the line. Good throw. Flicked on, but there's just no one there. So goal kick. We've now got under 7 minutes to go here. Still scoreless between St. Thomas and Pacific Lutheran. I'm Chris Hockman with me, Scott Lebo. Thanks for joining us. Of course, we've got the men's game coming up after this. 2 nationally ranked sides. Trinity versus CMS. Claremont Mud Scripps. The Stags. Throw in for St. Thomas. Instruction was to turn. She did turn. Just let the ball run out. Also, good turn there from Alvarado. Fernando Alvarado running at a defender who is certainly towering over. That's a beautiful ball. Cut back, but the run just was needed to be a cut back. It was just too square.
Yeah, and that's a tough ask there too, under a lot of pressure from the PLU back line, and Winkler back there, just good positioning, aware to the situation, claims it well.
So Ashley Stolchet, 5'7", being defended there by Caitlin McDougall, who's 5'11". You see height difference, if you were wondering? She definitely gave up a few inches of height there.
That could be a big one. 5'11" there. St. Thomas. There's one senior in the starting lineup. 4'11".
4'11". Well, they both got 11.
It's a foot of difference there.
Guarantee if that was someone on St. Thomas's men's team or any men's team and they were 4'11", they would say they were 5'0".
Oh, yeah.
100%. Every time.
Just like anyone who's 5'11" would say they were 6 foot.
Every time I look at a roster and a men's player lists themselves as 5'10" or 5'11", I'm stunned.
Really?
Because I'm
I
just
mean,
like,
that's fair.
I'm just like, they would say they were 6 feet. 100%. They say, 100% their dating profiles say they're 6 feet.
Oh, yeah. I was 5'11" and 3/4 for so long. I kept going to the doctor and they'd be like 5'11", 3/4, and I'm 6 foot. That's what I would say. And then eventually, I went to the doctor and they're like, "You're 6 foot," and it was the best day of my life.
That's when you just wear bigger shoes. That's when you just wear bigger shoes to the
then
doctor.
Then I came here to Trinity. We were doing our
the measurements.
The measurements at the beginning of the season, and nobody had to take their shoes off, and I measured in at like 6'3", and everybody was about 3 inches taller than they actually were.
That's a good thing to remember when we talk about the stats for Trinity's height. We just got to remember to deduct 3 inches from everybody.
Well, it probably depends on the year.
Yeah. Maybe they make you wear your sock. It's like when I go to the doctor, I wear like the lightest clothing I own because I want my weight to be lower. Doesn't matter. My doctor's going to complain. She's going to say, "Hey, listen, go lose some weight." She's not wrong.
So I do the exact opposite. As a freshman in high school, starting on my varsity soccer team, I was 5'11", 110 pounds.
Well, when I was a first year in high school, I also didn't weigh much, but now I'm pushing 40, so the metabolism that I had in high school, well and truly gone. So corner here for PLU, as we kind of sort all that out. Again, it's that field hockey style corner.
It worked out better for him that time.
Yeah,
created some chaos,
which I'm sure former San Antonio FC head coach Alan Marcina, that was his catchphrase for a season. Chaos creators.
Ooh.
Oh, she stepped over that.
Good strength.
If this was a professional game, the UST player would have gone down. 100%. Oh, it does really well to get around there. Good block in the end. Oh, bodied. This has been a physical game. And not necessarily that anybody's crossed the line. There's been a couple fouls, but nothing serious. In fact, has there even been fouls? I'm trying to think of it. Oh, yeah, there's been a couple, but nothing crazy. And the only time we got close to seeing a yellow card was for time wasting. So, which is one of the sillier yellow cards you can give away, especially in college soccer where they'll just stop the clock. So,
inside the last 2 minutes of the half now.
Still scoreless. I don't know if we really saw this coming when we got started.
No, I think he said, the Massey predicted 2-0.
Massey rating predicts 2-0. So
and he said maybe that's a bit nice to St. Thomas, and so far it hasn't looked like it.
Look, I mean, unquestionably, Pacific Lutheran has been the better side as that goal goes over. But they just haven't really, none of the looks have looked great.
No, it's tenacity defensively and a willingness to work. Yeah.
I'm like, I don't know them being great looks, to be honest with you.
I'm going to say this now. No matter what this result ends up being, St. Thomas should be extremely proud with how they've played in this first half.
They're almost certainly going to take PLU to halftime scoreless. Just got to play smart with it in this last minute. Now that I've said that, I apologise to any University of St. Thomas fans if you do concede in this last minute. I'll feel real bad about it.
Just going to keep looking at the clock for you.
I will feel bad if they concede in the last minute after I said that. That'll be my fault. I'll take responsibility. Although they could have scored.
They could have. That would also work.
That would still be them not conceding. So it still counts. So 30 seconds to go. One last roll of the dice for the Lutes. Hopefully St. Thomas defense isn't as complacent as I am. Yep, she stayed on side. Good work defensively again. Cleared away. That's what you need to do with so little time left. You're not really going to have enough time to set something up, so just send it away.
The call from the sideline here, though, as they're carrying the ball forward there, was
offside. So that'll be it.
Well, the call was go central, and I think that option was on. Just number 9's picking up space in between the two center backs. Look for that to be a key in the second half.
Yeah, Fernanda Alvarado, she's done well. You know, really impressive performance here in the first half from St. Thomas. Just their lack of experience. I just don't think I expected them to be so good defensively.
No, they came out with something to prove.
They really did. You know, and I'm sure hard to scout. You know, it's hard to scout a team that has 8 first-year players starting. Really impressed by St. Thomas here through the first 45. PLU, look, they've created opportunity.
They've gotten into the final third.
They've gotten into the final third. They haven't done a ton when they've been there, but they've got there, and that says something. So really entertaining first half. I know it's scoreless, but some of the best games I've ever seen in my life have been scoreless draws. So, you know, that's half time. We'll be back here in around 15 minutes for the second half. Stay tuned. University of St. Thomas 0, PLU 0. Welcome back, second half about to get underway here between St. Thomas and Pacific Lutheran. We are scoreless at halftime. It's pretty interesting first half, I thought, Chris Hockman with Scott Lever. Scott, what did you make of that first half?
Yeah, I think interesting is a good word to describe it. We all probably, audience included, had certain expectations coming into this first half for what we were going to see from this game, and I think everybody's been surprised. Not necessarily what we were expecting. Young team in St. Thomas, 8 first year starting in that lineup, and held PLU, a ranked opponent, to a scoreless first half. I think that they'll be really happy with their performance. On the other hand, I think PLU will feel like they did a lot of what they were hoping to do in terms of how they defended and how they built up into the attacking half. But in terms of what they did in that final third, they just didn't create enough. 3 shots on goal from that first half for PLU will not be enough for them. It will not make their players happy. It won't make their coaches happy. And they'll be hoping to get more opportunities in the second half.
Man, you imagine they'll come. They certainly got into the final third a lot. I don't know if I'd say that they created a lot of chances, but they got into opportunities where they could have created chances from, and it just didn't come out. And a lot of that was just because St. Thomas's defense was really good. It's just really strong, really hard to break down. So, we'll see if they can do it in the second half, but certainly not the start that I think PLU would have been hoping for today, especially because they're going to have to play Trinity on Sunday, and Trinity had the 6-0 win.
Now, this is a kickoff, so I'm not sure I want to draw too much out of this, but it looked like St. Thomas were playing a 3-back, which honestly wouldn't surprise me if they'd been playing a 3-back for the entirety of the game. We talked earlier about Gordon, right, and how much work she was doing, and I thought she was playing at a right-back position, which made it a little bit difficult for me to understand how she was getting involved as much as she was. But if she's playing in a right center back in a 3, now that's kind of a different story.
Yeah, I guess this is the clearest way we've been able to see their formation.
Yeah.
Because they just really are expecting everybody to kind of do everything, right? So everybody's got to be capable of getting things done here. So
I think at times
the defender there, really good work.
I think at times it looks more like a 4-back than it actually is when defensive midfielders are dropping into the pockets between the center back trio. Great ball
there from Olsen. Olsen plays it forward. Looking here for Marquardt.
Too much
going to come. She's going to try and shepherd it out. It does go out, so it'll be a goal kick. Good work from the keeper.
It was the right decision. And the pass was on.
Yeah, I think
opportunity was there.
Keeper did well, I think, to react quickly, get off the line. Worst case, you boot it out for a throw. So did well. Did Kylie Soich, the St. Thomas goalkeeper. Played forward. Of course, St. Thomas, no strangers to being on Tiger Network. Former SCAC.
Great hold-up play.
Good work. Just probably needed to square the pass more than play it forward. Because she had support there in Sydney Ferguson, who's done really well tonight. Swung into the middle. Was looking there for Brie Medina.
Opportunity.
It's going to run out. Look, I think St. Thomas got to take those chances. They shouldn't be getting as many of them as they have. But honestly, St. Thomas might have had the better looks in this half, in this match, than PLU, which is not what I would have thought coming in.
Yeah, the more quality chances.
Like the better chances. If we did XG, I think St. Thomas's XG would be higher.
I don't think either team is above 0.5 XG right now, though.
No, probably not. I would say not. Cleared away. Going to be a throw for St. Thomas. St. Thomas off to a good start in this half, I'd say. Throwing again for St. Thomas. Some territorial gains. Just walking it down the field almost. They might force another one. No, they turned around well.
You got 2 forwards!
We've both made the switch now
switched
to
to sunnies 'cause
sunglasses.
The sun is just peeking out between the stand and where we're sitting. So
Yeah, there's not a long period of time
Where
where
it's
it's
annoying like this,
an
but
annoying feature, but it is right now, and it could affect the game.
I saw you put your sunglasses on. I thought that's a great idea. I had been thinking about it, and you gave me permission by putting yours on. Yeah, it's interesting though. I think the goalkeeper, if you look in the middle of the pitch,
Shaded, yeah.
the trees that are at the end in Mulberry just kind of shield the whole middle of the field. So goalkeeper's not going to have much to worry about.
No, I'm thinking more of a situation
these
where,
wings and
yeah,
everything.
or a center back who's in a position where they're trying to win a header out here.
Which
Could
could
be
benefit
tough.
St. Thomas.
Yeah.
Because they're attacking that goal. So it's going to be a free kick to PLU. Just clipped her on the way through. Not a lot of malice in it. Just one of those things that happens. And so, but of course the problem is I've got polarized lenses, so I can't actually see our TV screen now. Struggle with being sun safe, everybody. So, PLU
Good ball.
squares it. Chance to cross it in from the left. Wolf well covered. Corner conceded, but you'd rather defend a corner than something in general play.
Yeah, it gives you time to organize and set up.
So, corner kick here. We'll see if they do that field corner routine again. It seems to be working pretty well for them so far.
Looks like it.
Does look like it, doesn't it?
Well, it's an out swinger, which is interesting to me. I think it makes more sense to do it with an in-swinging ball. Although that's a great
Or
ball.
A chip. Keeper had to do something. Headed away. Oh, she almost got in the way of it. She's headed that one wide.
And she's at a tough angle there.
Yeah, she
Ball
could have.
popped
She
up
had
by a
to
teammate.
sort of turn suddenly, and it just didn't really come out for her.
I think those would have been one, if she wants it on target, she's going to have to try and flick it backwards, which is a very, very difficult skill, and it's not going to generate too much power.
But that is the best look they've had all game for PLU, so it's a good sign of progress for the Lutes. But now St. Thomas with a really good run.
Good speed there.
Well, the target keeper saves, but if that was spilled, that was a real chance there. They had Fernanda Alvarado running on. Looked like they also had Kaylee Villanueva running on. Amy Romero was running on.
Yeah, I'll be honest, that might have been the best opportunity of the half so far. Maybe the
Probably
game.
the best opportunity of the match, to be honest. That's pretty great work. And again, it was a good run from Sydney Ferguson. Down
Yeah,
the
great
left.
speed from her, and then that cross was really well done, just in stride, didn't have to slow herself down at all. The tenacity from St. Thomas just continues to be on display defensively. That is a filthy bit of footwork there.
They've just come out the stronger side, honestly. They just look more eager for the goal. I
Yeah.
think maybe keeping them scoreless to the half has said, we could do this.
Yeah, they look confident. I think PLU, though, right now, if they can weather a little bit of a storm.
Yeah, sometimes you just got to weather the storm, get through it. This might be an intentional effort from St. Thomas to just throw everything at it early.
Yeah.
And if you can get through this little period, maybe things will be better and you can get out and really have a chance.
We'll see. All left to play for in this one.
Yep, still scoreless here. A little over 5 minutes gone in the second half, so plenty of time. Gathered in by PLU.
Interesting
Crossed
ball
out,
there.
Looking for Marquardt, but the keeper gathers.
First time header.
Good work there from Kylie Soch.
Not sure it was the right
Soch.
decision from Alyssa Zubia. Oh. Wrong number 2. From Zoe Marquardt.
Yeah.
Not sure. I think maybe she could have let it bounce once, try and hit it on her foot, or at least let it come down to her foot. It was a tough angle to head from, but
There's a chance. St. Thomas have the lead.
The
Good run, good pass.
PLU coaches were talking as the run was in progress, thinking it was offside.
And so that is a goal. It is Fernanda Alvarado, who's someone you highlighted at the end of the half, as having a real good game. Fernanda Alvarado, she's a sophomore, scores the 4th goal of her collegiate career. Wow. Sophomore forward from Spring, Texas, but this is boil over. 1-0. St. Thomas over number 23, PLU.
Yeah, and honestly, for St. Thomas, that's exactly what you want. It's a smash and grab type of goal, and now they can kind of settle back into that defensive tenacity that they were playing with in the first half and just feel really confident about it.
It looks like a player got hurt in something there, potentially on the celebration, maybe? And so that's going to be now Maggie Baltazar coming in. Baltazar coming in. I believe it was it Nicole Krusco who went off? I would say I saw her number 6, but that doesn't mean anything. My eyes have been bad
it
today.
was Sydney Ferguson.
Yeah, I'd believe it. Could be Sydney Ferguson. And she could have done something on the run too.
Yeah.
She's made a lot of runs here early.
No, I do see Ferguson on the bench now.
It's definitely Ferguson then. It's a good opportunity here, for St. Thomas.
They're just controlling it well. They're so calm.
They've come out for the second half and they've dominated this. Controlled there from Baltazar.
First time
St. Thomas
cross.
are revitalized.
Yep.
Cross comes in. It's going to swing around. Can they keep it in play low? The Celts, or the Celts, I should say. Got to pronounce that C correctly.
Love that from Chavez Rosales. The first time cross in on her right foot as the ball comes back to her. That's exactly what you want from a fullback.
I don't want to say PLU look shell-shocked, but they're just stunned.
Yeah.
They're all in the defensive half there.
They do not look, I mean, they didn't look solid.
If you were looking at this game and you were judging which team was a number 23 off of that play, you'd say St. Thomas.
I think
off of this passage.
Judging it off of this half.
Yeah.
I think they came into the second half just a little slow. I think they're not just stunned by the goal, stunned by that first half and don't really know how to react. Now, I think all good teams find it eventually, and I think that's what PLU will have to tell themselves. We're better than this. We're gonna figure it out, but they have to prove it first.
Yeah, and I think Tucky Stewart, head coach for UST grad, definitely set this team up really well to come out of this second half.
Absolutely.
Native of Westmoreland, Jamaica. He was actually part of the first ever women's soccer coaching staff at St. Thomas, and then moved on, went to Stephen F. Austin as an assistant, Division I school. But finds himself back here as a head coach. He was head coach at Murray State, then at Angelina College. And now here, but what a great bit of just work from the team as a whole. Been really good. And now they can do all that defensive work they were doing in the first half because they just dominated. They're just absolutely all over PLU.
And that's a moment there. I would like to see PLU giving each other just a little bit more support. I mean, Paige Almanza gets down the sideline there, in a position to cross, but she's 2 against 1. And she doesn't want to cross from that position. St. Thomas are marking very well in the box, but they force the cross. I talked about it in the first half. What I would like to see there is, can we get a fullback or a midfielder show for the drop, swing the ball around, come through the center, or go out to the other side? St. Thomas are sitting and defending. We talked about it in the first game quite a bit. It's hard to defend for long chunks of time. St. Thomas did it a lot in the first half, but I just don't think PLU made it hard enough on them. You got to make them move. You got to pin them back and take that out of them while you can.
Throw-in comes, but I think it's just going to run out. It is, I don't know, maybe they're just trying to force it too much.
Yeah.
And maybe going that goal down has just seen PLU just try and force it. Like there was no need to throw that up that week when there was no one. Just play it back. You got time. Look, there's still 33 minutes on the clock and you're only 1-0 down.
And I think they were already a little stressed and feeling like they were forcing it in the first half, and now I think that's been
Like
put
it's
up
amplified by the goal.
quite a bit, yeah.
This is a stunning result. It's been a week. Look, it's been a week for upsets. The mighty Mariners of Grimsby Town.
I was wondering if that's where you were going.
Well, I didn't want to talk about the other upset in the League Cup, so we'll talk about that one.
Crosses.
It's gone out, so that is a goal kick. Yeah, we won't talk about the Sheffield Wednesday Leeds United.
Well, we're talking about a 4th division team against Manchester United, one of the most financially backed teams in the world.
Marginally avoided relegation a year ago, though, should we say. Relegation threatened Manchester United, I think is how we have to describe Manchester United now.
Big Six relegation threatened Manchester United.
I don't think we can call them Big Six anymore.
I think purely for finances, I think that's always been the reason for the title, though. It's the Big Six.
I think Manchester City and Newcastle United are the Big Six in terms of finance now.
Yeah, fair enough.
It's just them. PSG. It's going to go out for a throw. Yeah, I guess Leeds United lost. No, it wasn't. No, Sheffield Wednesday are League One, aren't they? So they were only 3rd division. That's right.
And Leeds is a newly promoted team.
Newly promoted team. Free kick for St. Thomas.
Good job taking the foul there.
Yeah. She just knew if she got her body between the ball, it was either going to go out or she'd win the foul. So really good presence of mind to earn that free kick.
And again, the freshman Gordon showing a great football IQ.
Been everywhere. She's
wow. That's great footwork.
Just couldn't find her teammate with the pass. She was looking for Maggie Baltazar. Now, can Gordon stand up her defender? She does enough. Play back.
This St. Thomas team is so well conditioned. They are very much up to the challenge of doing the hard work.
And maybe this is the benefit you were talking about earlier about a lot of these players have just played a high school season.
Yeah.
Literally a few months ago, just finished high school season.
And you said earlier, a lot of them from Houston. It's possible that they've been working together unofficially, doing a lot of training and staying in shape all season.
We don't want to say that because there are rules.
Are there rules about players meeting up with each other, though?
You could have a casual meet-up. As long as the school's not involved in it, I wouldn't want to get in. I wouldn't get into that discussion at all. But I'm sure, like a lot of these players have played together, have played against each other in the Houston school system. You know, I'm sure some of these players have played on the same clubs. Shot comes! Good work from the keeper. Those are the hard saves as a keeper, the ones you have to get down to.
Yeah, and there was chaos in front of her. I mean, bodies in the way. She didn't have a lot of time to react there, and she reacted well. Best chance of the game for PLU by far.
Yeah, that's a good save there from Kylie Soich.
Another corner for them. This one.
Junior goalkeeper. Most experienced player in the squad. Most experienced player on the pitch, potentially, for St. Thomas.
Be an in-swinger this time. Going with that same setup.
Yeah, this field hockey corner, field hockey style corner. I don't feel like enough people are fans of field hockey to know what I'm talking about. Headed down, but right at the keeper. That's a good header. Those headers that go down in the ground can be really difficult to defend and keep against because they just bounce down. Anything can happen when it hits the ground. The angle can change. So good work though. What she does well there, Soich, is she gets her body completely in between.
Yep.
No dive. She just stays there, keeps the body there, and it comes off the body. Allows her to grab it. Gives her some extra time to grab the ball. Yeah, really good work.
The one thing I would say, I think there for PLU could have looked for a header back across. That's something I talked about last season. Changing the angle on a set piece is always good. Header back across is
opportunity here. There's the equalizer. Olivia Olsen scores it.
Oh, it's such a heartbreaking way too. It's a defensive mistake that sets it up.
Yeah, just opened up a little too much space for Liv Olsen. That is her third goal of her career. The junior midfielder out of Spokane, Washington. Miss Mallory Swanson is a favorite athlete.
Now I wonder whether PLU will be able to turn up the heat a little bit.
Yeah,
they've got there first.
You have to. So 1-1 PLU. But you got to feel for St. Thomas. It's a rough goal to give up. They
Yeah.
haven't made many defensive mistakes, but they just all kind of got drawn in one direction and allowed the space. And there it is, 1-1. But that's what you got to do. You got to take your chances. Almost everybody offside from St. Thomas on that kickoff. But it runs out for a throw in anyway, so it won't matter. Anyway, the coach is coming over and saying, you got to wait. Can't run that quickly off the restart. So we'll see. Or will that revitalise St. Thomas, who haven't for 1 second looked overawed, despite this being, for almost every player out there, their first collegiate game against a nationally ranked side.
That's well done again by Gordon, winning the throw there. Had really no options. Her center back behind her was being marked by a 9. Her winger in front of her covered as well, and she finds a way to win a throw.
So played through the middle for Richard. Sorry, Kruzko, Kaylee Kruzko. Strong work defensively there from Jada Rhoda. And honestly, like just all round from St. Thomas, there's just been a lot more patience to their play. They're just passing around, they're making these runs. It's been great. It's been great to see St. Thomas.
They're playing with a
Playing
level
like
of maturity you wouldn't expect from them.
Headed back across the face, but she's come back from an offside position. You can take that risk, I suppose. That's sort of rule 1 of defending, though.
Yeah.
Not back across the face. So offside. God, a little under 27 minutes to play. Score here. PLU 1, St. Thomas 1 after that goal from Olivia Olsen. She's looked kind of likely to have a goal.
She's taking a pick at St. Thomas's schedule, hoping to see a Trinity listed on there because that would be a fun one, but not this year, just for the men.
Not for the women, yeah. Now that they've swapped. So sub will come. It's going to be Kelahane Bukowski coming on, the Hawaiian runner-up at state. She also competed in volleyball and track. Volleyball, of course, really popular in Hawaii. She lists the Hawaii men's volleyball team as a favorite sports team. So.
I wonder if, maybe not now, but at some point in this season, if they continue to line up their corners this way, just drop it to the top and let your player have a shot from distance. Everybody's all pinned back in the box like that.
Yeah, I thought you were pointing that out. Leela Mert is was the player back. And it would be a perfect opportunity for a shot. And maybe at Trinity's pitch it's a little harder because this pitch is so big.
Yep.
But perhaps in smaller pitches, which, let's be honest, almost every pitch is smaller than this one. This is the maximum dimension, so pretty much everything is tighter than this, that you could do that. Does have to get through a lot of bodies, though.
Yep, that's where I was thinking. You never know, though. Could
never know.
Pinball around into the back of the net.
One of the
Oh,
most
what
legendary goals.
strength.
Again, Gordon, just so good at this. And she's the reason that St. Thomas are coming away with the ball here. Beautiful control that from Ashley Stolchek. Gordon forward for Alvarado. Alvarado pressured, lays it back. It's probably going to go back to Gordon. No, they've cut her off. So good ball for Kaylee Kruzko.
Continues to be great composure from them.
She's probably dithered on the ball a little too much there. That was a good challenge, all ball. Strong from Gordon. She had to go in, and now she's going to go back and cover. That's what you got to do. You got to put that ball out for a throw in that situation. Really good work defensively. 24 minutes to play. PLU 1, St. Thomas 1. It's been a really entertaining game of football.
Yeah, we've been fortunate past few years to get some pretty great neutral games here at Paul McGinley Field.
There's been some stunners. We've seen some late winners too, so
Yep.
wouldn't surprise me if we have one here this evening. Call from the bench was away. That's what she's done. Under pressure, and maybe PLU starting to realise if we can put pressure on them, they're going to have to make a quick decision, and that's usually going to keep possession with us. Would be the PLU mindset there. Put it away. Oh, she's got a bit of space on the turn. Well recovered again from St. Thomas. Keeper's going to come. Keeper gets there. Needed to do that.
Heard a rumor earlier, and now it seems to be confirmed in my mind that Paul McGinley had bought 100 pizzas. And if you can see all the way in the far corner of the field there's a few stacks of pizza boxes.
I have also heard this rumor, and by rumor, thing absolutely posted on the Trinity
Really?
soccer
See,
Instagram.
it was not posted when I had heard about it.
No, yeah, they posted online. So if you're looking for something to do tonight, or you just need a feed, look, I get it. Economy's tough. Roll out, come out here. There's going to be a pizza for people coming to this men's game this evening. So yeah, just roll up.
That's my dinner.
Yeah, look, I mean, I get it. I'm going through some hard times. Free dinner. I ain't turning that down ever. That's going to be a yellow, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, yellow card there.
Just halting a promising attack.
Yeah, just got in the way, clipped it, took her out. I'm not trying to hurt her or anything, but definitely a professional foul.
Yep.
Is what we'll say. I believe that was that Nicole Crusoe got the yellow? No, I think it was Alicia Chi.
Whole field pretty much in shade now.
Yeah, just need that sun to drop a little more so I can take off my sunnies.
Yep. I was
I
just
believe we're
testing
just
it.
having the drinks break. We are.
Yeah, I was just going to ask whether we were...
So drinks break, 22 minutes. So almost exactly halfway through the half.
Still-
1-1.
Still 92 degrees out. Still hot.
92. Yeah, I think
but
we're
the
gonna
sun
have
being
drinks
down
break
is...
in the men's game. I might
Yeah.
be shaping my sunnies off now. Yeah, that sun's gone down enough for me to switch back to my normal glasses. And so that yellow card was to Alicia Chi. Just got confirmation from the assistant as we take the water break. So that's her first collegiate yellow card. Midfielder from Lake Jackson, Texas. Went to Brazos Wood High School. She was all county, Brazos County. I believe Lake Jackson also famous for another a thing that is basically worshipped in Texas. Originates from Lake Jackson. There's of course a beaver-themed gas station. I'm not gonna give ambush marketing to, but I think everybody knows what I'm talking about. Comes from Lake Jackson.
One up in Colorado now as well.
Yeah, they're everywhere now. I used to have to drive back when I worked. I used to work at the United Soccer League HQ. So I lived in Tampa and would come back to San Antonio regularly, and we'd always try and stop at the first/last Buc-ee's. And now there's one not far out of Tampa, so it's not that big a deal anymore. Of course, now I live here and I live like 20 minutes away from a Buc-ee's and I never go, but you know. So, you know, they're everywhere. We also used to go to the last Texan burger chain. Going east on I-10. So teams coming back out for after the drinks break. 22 minutes ago, St. Thomas 1, Pacific Lutheran 1. Like if you're St. Thomas, you'll take a 1-1 draw here
Oh,
against
yeah.
a ranked opponent. Their next match is against East Texas Baptist, 5 p.m. on September 5th. That's next Friday. Then they're going to have a home game against Belhaven. That'll be on Flow
flick.
Sports. Cleared away. Throw in for PLU. PLU have definitely looked the better side since the Equalizer, but boy oh boy did it take a lot to get there.
And they still feel like they haven't threatened all that much. They had the goal, they had a shot before that was pretty good, but in terms of like clear-cut opportunities, it just hasn't been too much going for them. Might be something to worry about for them too if they're looking ahead towards Sunday, towards playing Trinity.
Yeah, I mean, you would imagine that Trinity is going to be a tougher opponent.
Very good defensive team.
UST is proving difficult to break down. Throw in. Again, I just feel like they're rushing more than they need to. There's still, 21 minutes on the clock. There's no need to rush here.
Yeah.
That's going to be a free kick against. And again, it's because PLU was the second player in. Just needless.
That one stings.
And so that would have given, basically, possession was almost certainly going to go back to PLU there. Like, the clearance was going to fall for PLU. But by getting anxious and getting stuck in there, they've given away a free kick. And now possession goes to St. Thomas. So.
St. Thomas have some numbers here.
Good opportunity here for St. Thomas.
Again, I think if I'm St. Thomas, I just want to slow it down a little bit right now, knowing that we've been pinned back for a while. Knowing that we might be defending quite a bit to finish the game out as well.
Yeah, look, 20 minutes to go. Plenty of time for both teams at this point, so it's just a question of...
Yeah, 100%. Everything left to play for in this one.
Really good work there defensively from Kaylee Cruzco to get back.
Good
Gets stuck
tackle.
in and then trips over each other. Appeal for a handball.
Pinned to her body. Thing could be called. I think it did hit her arm, but it'd be a harsh one.
Would be a harsh one. So throw in again for St. Thomas.
Down over by my pizza. I mean, the pizza.
Yeah, sorry, I should have said that's all just for Scott. That's Scott's pizza. That is not for everybody else.
Yeah,
Scott might let you have a couple slices.
The Instagram post actually said that Trinity Men's Soccer bought Scott Lebo 100 boxes of pizza. Thanks, Coach McGinley.
Just a little bit of a shepherd there for the referee, unfortunately. He didn't touch it, though, so no drop ball. Double teams there, but still comes out favourably for PLU. That's kind of the difference in the standard here. St. Thomas would definitely have lost that one. It's going to go out for a goal kick. You just feel like PLU's just pushing it too much. Like
Still, it's 18 minutes is a long time, especially when you've had as much possession as they have. You're gonna create more opportunities. You're gonna get it down there more. Slow it down. Try and I think at this point in the game, it's got to be about quality over quantity.
Yeah, look, if there was half of this time left, I could understand trying to rush things a bit, but there's just so much time still. I know that starts with a 1, but there's still plenty of time for PLU. And see, again, they're just rushing it. There's no one there. And St. Thomas just shepherded out. Okay, there was maybe a mild panic for a second. But just take your time. There's still so much time. And now all that does is take time off the clock.
Yep.
Now St. Thomas has the ball. They've got the time. They can take their time. It's a goal kick. You've got time. You can take at least 30 seconds to set this up and no one's going to say anything. And it falls for St. Thomas. And so now St. Thomas has possession and all this and maybe if they took some time, you know? Now maybe, look, there's still plenty of time. There's still plenty of time. But they're just making it harder than it needs to be. Headed away by St. Thomas again.
Also, it just weirdly feels like St. Thomas has more players on the field.
Yeah, it really does. It just feels like the players are everywhere.
Yeah.
Speaking of being everywhere, there's Gordon again. So this is St. Thomas Star. Didn't take a touch. So substitutions coming. It's going to be Sydney Ferguson back on. She took that knock earlier.
Good to see her back on.
And then I saw Ali Tatar coming on for the Lutes. Looks like Kylie Archer getting ready to come on as well for Pacific Lutheran. It's going to be interesting to see how both coaches manage this on the way out. As we hit the final 16 minutes. So throw in here for the Celts. Now PLU giving St. Thomas a taste of their own medicine there, triple teams. But again, just
loose pass. Yeah.
There's no need for this. They just do not look like the team they were expected to be this season.
They're just trying to do too much.
But again, is it a case of they're taking on a team? Like, are they taking it easy? Is that what this is? Are they trying to not give anything away to Trinity on Sunday?
I don't think so. My impression is still that, and you know, I think it's very difficult to play against teams that are not as talented or experienced as you are when they come out and play the way that St. Thomas have. It's hard to match that. You know, you kind of show up expecting that you're going to be able to boss the game from start to finish. They haven't been able to, and I think that they've panicked.
As Ferguson had a shot there. Would have liked to see that go a bit more square. I think that's what she was trying to do. But just got a little too round on it. Didn't get around the ball enough. So goes out, goal kick for PLU. Under 15 minutes to go. Still though, 15 minutes is a lot of time. 5 minutes, not so much, but 15, it's a lot of time. So I don't think St. Thomas even led for 15 minutes. So
no, surely not.
Hats off to St. Thomas. This was supposed to be much less challenging. It certainly wasn't supposed to be a draw. Massey predicted a 2-0 win. That's obviously wrong. But I don't think we're going to get a 3-1 here. Throw in for St. Thomas. Contentious throw, that one. It's going to be another throw for St. Thomas. St. Thomas having a real good run here. It's going to come down for Alvarado. Cleared away. Another throw for St. Thomas. And like, if you're PLU, this is absolutely the wrong place to be. You're giving St. Thomas all this time, all this possession. St. Thomas are essentially playing clock. They're not really worried about. Look, they don't need to win this game to impress anybody. A draw is huge.
The performance alone has
if they lost
already.
from here, I think people would be like, "Wow, we got to not take St. Thomas for granted." This is a team that didn't even make the SCAC playoffs. Off the bar, almost an Olympico.
Wow. Caught everybody off guard there.
I don't know if she really meant that, but look, hey.
If it went in, she'd be telling you she did.
You always meant it. So, you know. Big line change here from PLU. This is probably them going for it, I'd say.
Yeah, 6 players queuing up.
This is a line change. I'm going to try and go through them.
Half the team.
Lila Mert, Olivia Bone, Peyton Martinson, Zoe Marquardt, Kami Novotny. No, sorry. Kiana Gutierrez, all coming on. Almost all of those are starters in this match. So they're definitely going for the win here. These players, I doubt we'll see another change from PLU. I think this is going to be the team they go with. Now, if I'm St. Thomas, I start making a ton of saves. Like, yeah, we'd stop the clock, but it disrupts the game. It disrupts the flow. Big pressure on the keeper straight away. They've forced the pressure there.
St. Thomas looks like they're going for it right now. And why not?
Why not? Look, they're playing a nationally ranked team who, quite frankly, have not looked as good as we expected them to be. And maybe that's just, hey, look, they were great last year. They were so great that we expect big things. And maybe we just all underestimated St. Thomas. I think it's probably that. I think
it's probably a mix of the two.
like we expected St. Thomas to not be as strong with so many first-year players. I don't hate that from Gordon. Like, it's stopped a promising attack. It's given her team time to get back. Could she have tried and won that ball instead of putting it over? Yeah, maybe, but she probably loses it quickly. And then all the players are out of position. So, good opportunity to remarshal the defense. And they force it back. And look, if you're St. Thomas, what you're looking for right now is territory. You want this game to be
that's a
played
good ball.
outside of your final third, but there's space. The run is late. Crossed in.
It's the wrong
cleared away,
decision.
though. Yeah, just absolutely sent that to the wrong player. And it's easily cleared by St. Thomas.
St. Thomas had so many defenders back there.
And she's nutmegged it too.
Kiana Gutierrez just trailed off on her run. If they had pulled it back to her. Oh, it's in again.
Chance.
Oh!
The keeper's got there. Oh my word.
Oh, and we've got
Players down injured. So we're going to stop the clock here.
she's in a lot of pain.
Yeah, she's absolutely, she's hurt.
Never want to see this.
Put her body on the line. Put her body on the line to help out her keeper. Keeper's got it. But wow, what an opportunity for PLU. That is a missed chance and a half for Pacific Lutheran. And phenomenal goalkeeping from Kylie Soich. One of the more experienced players on this team. Junior goalkeeper from Kemah, Texas. I can't tell who it is that's down.
It's Ariana Vasquez,
Ariana Vasquez.
who's had a great game defensively. Been a really important part of this St. Thomas defensive showing. Mentioned earlier, I think they were playing a 3. I think at times it became a 4, but she was the central player in that formation, and that's a big role, a lot of responsibility, especially on a first-year player. You just hate to see an injury like this. Hope that she is all right.
Yeah, luckily she's walking off. So, yeah, she's getting support from the trainer, but she's walking off. Ariana Vasquez, it'll surprise no one. First-year player, defender.
She looks okay.
Out of Houston,
Judging by
Texas.
her face, she looks okay.
Yeah, I think she'll be okay, which is good news. It's always good to see people walking off and not need a stretcher or anything like that.
No, and they're smiling and laughing as they come off a little bit. Just the way she went down is a little worrying, but we'll play on.
Yeah, pleased to see her walk off. And look, you put your body on the line for your team, and that's what she did. You know, phenomenal work there.
And go back to it, though. Absolutely phenomenal moment of goalkeeping. Heroics there from Soich.
Yeah, that should have been 2-1.
It
Absolutely,
really
no
should have
doubt.
been. It was eerily similar to their first
To the
goal.
first goal, yep. I think it was probably even easier than the
Yeah.
first goal, let's be honest. 2 players, completely clear, and somehow the goalkeeper has pulled that off.
I think she just read it well. Really just waited and was patient and waited for the attacking player to make the decision first and reacted.
Alvarado played
Good
back.
ball.
Cross comes in, there's the
Oh,
shot!
oh, what a
Kemah,
save!
2 phenomenal bits of goalkeeping in 2 plays.
Oh, off the post!
Post, can they get possession back? Shot comes, it's blocked.
Wow.
Cleared away. But wow, what a bit of play here from St. Thomas.
What a finish to this game.
Yeah, this is electric. Just over 10 minutes to go, still 1-1. Player goes down. She's landed on her head. She's back up quickly, though, because she needs to be to defend. Really good work there from Grace Carmichael. Ball's gone up very high. It's going to have snow on it. It's a brave person to head that ball. You can see the tension ratcheting up. There's Gordon.
Yeah, the energy levels from both teams have gone up since that St. Thomas chance just a moment ago, and what a chance it was. cross in, first time volley, incredible save. Rebound goes off the post. I mean, wow.
There's Gordon playing a long way up. Oh, she's lost out. That's probably her first mistake all night. But look at her, immediately back.
Man, St. Thomas have numbers right now. Too much on that pass.
Oh, those shanked the clearance. It goes out for a throw.
It's our first touch.
And PLU, actually, now that the clock's starting to get away from them, are starting to be more calm about these throws. They've
It
rushed
makes you
almost
wonder,
every
too.
throw.
You mentioned earlier with the big line change and 6 of them coming on. Is it the starters? You know, the starters feel more confident and comfortable. They've slowed it down, and maybe it was the backups who were rushing things a little bit more and weren't as confident in their play.
It could be. We're in the final 10 minutes, so NCAA rules as of, I believe it was last year. Stop the clock for substitution automatically. But what a great game we've been treated to today.
What
hope you'll stick
nine
around
and a
for
half
this.
minutes we have left.
Still got 9.5 minutes left. Anything could happen here. That's going to go too long. There's Gordon again. I think she was trying to play it into the PLU player, but a throw's better than a corner, so I think we'll still take that. We've got a flyover from the KSAT chopper. Ball goes out. Throw for St. Thomas.
Good decision there. Getting in each other's way a little bit there, but they get out of it.
This is really good work here from St. Thomas. It's a decent ball. It's going to ask questions. I would have liked to have seen an asserter just kind of run into that. You weren't really going to give up much if you missed it. Right decision for me to just hoof that out from Ilse Lehman.
Yep. She came in for Ariana Vasquez. It's her first minutes of the game. It's a tough spot to be put under.
Which might be her first collegiate minutes. I'm going to have a look here. No, she's a junior.
Good ball.
Well, there's Gordon. Just a little bit of a heavy touch. Ball blows back. Played out wide right. 8 minutes to go. Still 1-1. Feels like both teams trying to win this.
Yeah. It's what you want to see.
Is it going to be too long? No. Played in. No, it was too long. And so
It feels like there's a winner in this game.
it really does.
I couldn't pick
don't know
who it's
who
going
it's
to
gonna
be,
be.
but
But it does feel like there's another goal here. It's just a question of what net it ends up in. And now 3 changes for St. Thomas. We've got Ariana Vasquez coming back on. Nicole
Good to see.
Cruzco comes on. And Abina Lepa comes on. Does that mean? I believe that means the Cruzco sisters are both playing.
Gordon seems to be in a little bit of pain right now. Maybe
Yeah,
a side stitch.
She's been everywhere. They are going to sub her, I think. They are going to sub her out, but I mean, hats off. Like, just a phenomenal performance.
What a debut.
A phenomenal college debut from Asana Gordon. She's done so well. I think she can be proud of that effort. All right, 83 minutes, but a phenomenal 83 minutes.
Yeah.
For your first collegiate game, Asana Gordon, take a bow. She deserved to have an early sub. Disappointed the crowd didn't give her a standing ovation on the way off.
We should have.
Ball forward, big chance, deflection. All the deflection might not have paid off, but they can't put it away. PLU. Again, they just snatch at the chance. She had more time than she realized she did. Can't blame her too much for
Yeah.
it. I don't think she realized she had more time to like take the touch and control it. You just
Such an odd situation. It falls to a St. Thomas defender in the box who had time to turn away and clears it right to a PLU player. I think both teams are nervous and frantic right
I
now.
don't think either team expected that to come out the way it did. She's offside. The PLU bench isn't happy with that call, but gotta be honest, I wasn't watching where she was when the ball was kicked, so I'm gonna go with the AR.
I'm happy that the crowd for the men's game in a second is starting to show up, and that they're getting to appreciate the end of this game. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just been great. What a great advert for soccer this game has
Yeah.
been. Just love to see it.
It's why we play the games. It's why we love the sport.
Yeah, look, I mean, you just do this on ranking. And I mean, I said it at the start of the game. St. Thomas's Massey is 242. PLU's Massey is 21. So 221 ranking steps between these two teams. It would almost be the equivalent of Grimsby Town beating Manchester United. In fact, it's even bigger than that because there's a lot fewer than 221 teams between Manchester United and Grimsby Town.
I like that decision from the set piece.
It's a good set piece because the wall was set. Cleared straight up though.
You don't like this if you're St. Thomas.
Oh, good touch there from St. Thomas. Well saved.
That's one of those you got to strike through it and hope.
Yeah, it's just not enough power on
Yeah,
that.
a lot of bodies in there. If you get power on it, goalkeeper can't save it because she can't see it.
Yeah, she's going to see it late, and you can see she saw it
Yeah.
late. She moved late.
Then again, I think the chance falls to a defender there. So fortunate for St. Thomas.
So now 5 minutes to go. Now maybe PLU have to rush it. Just a scooch.
But it's St. Thomas who are rushing it right now.
Yeah, see, if I'm St. Thomas, I take my time here. I don't go for that shot early, but that's
No.
exactly what they do. I think that was intended to be a cross. And a call from the bench is to just be calm, take your time. Look, 5 minutes is a long time in soccer. If I'm St. Thomas, I'm putting the pressure on the keeper just to do it, just to force them to play. Not the best ball, but it is going to force a decision.
Just a
Jet
throw, I
just
think.
avoids a corner. Yeah, you could just see the ball bounce around the flag. It's a throw. That's what St. Thomas are going to want. If you're going to give up anything, give up a throw.
I'm not playing. I'm not a student at either of these schools. I feel nervous right now.
Yes, this is a,
What a finish we've got in store.
it's hard not to get caught up in this game, right? So 1-1 here. 4 minutes to go. St. Thomas 1, Pacific Lutheran 1. Goes into the side net and goal kick. That'll take about 10% of the game that's left off the clock. And now the clock is probably St. Thomas's friend right now. Although I think St. Thomas want to go for it.
I think so, yeah.
Phenomenal game, both teams. Just absolute credit to the sport of soccer this game. This has been phenomenal stuff. I'm sure PLU would have hoped it wasn't a good game that was a credit to soccer, but it's been really entertaining.
Yeah.
Really fun to watch. I'm excited.
No, and I think going back to a point you made earlier, I do think that this has been more of a St. Thomas surprise than it has a PLU surprise.
Yeah, I just think St. Thomas, we didn't know. You know what I mean? Like, with this many first-year players, we didn't know what to expect from St. Thomas. And they've shown us they're not pushovers.
No,
A draw against a ranked opponent, there's still 3 minutes to go. They can win this.
This is a team that last year did not make the SCAC playoffs.
Didn't make the SCAC playoffs, and here they are.
Let alone, PLU going to the second round of the NCAA playoffs. It's just credit to the coaching staff of St. Thomas as well. Everybody
Yeah, I
who's
think they've
involved
set
in
them
their
up really
recruiting.
It's just phenomenal stuff. And largely using local talent.
Yeah.
So this ball's going to be sent long, looks like by Elise Lehman.
It's not 10 yards higher. It's right there.
So here we go. 2.5 minutes to go.
I think she wants to try and loft this towards the back post.
That's what she does. Drilled it a little more than she would have liked. Might fall favorably for St. Thomas, though. It does. Oh, that could be. He is going to
Yeah,
call
I
it.
think so. And again, it's something I talked about in our first game today. You get a right footer over this, and you aim that ball towards the back post. Goalkeeper has a lot to deal with. It could go in if nobody touches it, but there's also always the chance that somebody does touch it, somebody impacts the play, and somebody makes a change.
You're lining up some subs here with
a
less
little
than 2
surprising.
minutes to go. They really aren't going to have much of an impact on this game. But maybe they will. Maybe they'll have the impact on the game.
You never know.
Ball swung in. I don't hate it.
I think my angle was really off.
I don't
there.
hate it. It looked closer to us than it really was. So it's a goal kick. I wonder if this is PLU trying to stop the clock.
I think so.
But message didn't go to the goalkeeper who played on. So
Chance.
because in
Work.
the rules, subs in the last 10 minutes of a tied game will stop the clock. So if I'm St. Thomas, I'm doing everything I can to keep the ball in play. As we hit the final minute of what has been an absolutely absorbing contest between these two schools. That's going to run out, but it's a throw for St. Thomas. So that means that PLU can't change and so can't stop the clock. So the throw-in comes down.
I think a draw would be a
44
deserved
seconds.
result for both teams.
Yeah, I think a draw is probably a fair reflection of how this game's been. Goes
PLU won
long,
it,
is she
though.
onside? It's gone to the keeper. She goes to grounds. She can eat up some time here.
Could do it.
Just go long, that's all she's got to do. 24 seconds. Can have the ball in the air for a few of those seconds. Head
That's
it
an
on.
important header win there.
Yeah, especially because she was nudged off the ball. If she went
Yeah.
to ground, she could have gotten a foul there, but it's a throw in.
No, kept
12
it
seconds, they
in.
kept it in.
All alive here.
Blocked.
No time for the corner.
They should have made the subs on the corner. It would have stopped the clock. They didn't. And so it's all over. An absolute boil over. University of St. Thomas have managed a phenomenal draw here. St. Thomas won. Number 23 Pacific Lutheran won. They're going to need to really beat Trinity on Sunday if they're going to keep a ranking.
Yeah. And surprisingly to me, St. Thomas do not seem ecstatic. I don't, not even for the sake of the result, for the sake of the performance. I think this is a performance as a team that you should be proud of. And you should come away from this game feeling like you worked harder than the other team, and that's why you got the result.
Yeah, I kind of like it, though. I like
Yeah,
that they're not
yeah.
satisfied with this draw. They're like, no. We knew we were going to beat them. We're disappointed with the point, you know? Hats off, University of St. Thomas.
Wow.
1-1 draw with number 23, PLU. It's a shock. But we'll see. We've got PLU again here on Sunday. They're going to play Trinity. But next up, it's two ranked teams. It's Trinity up against CMS. Men's soccer. Stick around. We'll see you in probably 15 minutes for the men's game.